Today in calculus, we look at definite integrals. So we have examples, and I got these examples from the ECZ past papers. So what we had last time was getting the integral, say, of x with respect to x. Then we would get x squared over 2 plus c. Now today we've been given the limits or the areas to consider as we after getting the integral. So what that means is after you get your integral the way that we were getting, you add 1 to the power, then you divide everything by the new power. You then substitute the values that have been given to you. You start with the 1 on top, which is 3. You substitute it throughout, then you subtract to get to the other number. For example, if what I have here is 1 and -1, then first of all I substitute the value I have up here in what I have done as the integral. Then I'm going to have 1 squared over 2 plus c. I've substituted everything, you have them in brackets. Then you subtract, then you substitute -1 in the integral. Then you're going to have -1 squared over 2 plus c. So then you're going to have half plus c minus 1 over 2 plus c. So notice this will be negative because negative times positive will give us a negative minus c. Notice that the c and the c have opposite signs, so it means c minus c, which is 0. As a result, whenever you're having definite integrals, it's not necessary that you include the c. Let's look at the example given now. So evaluate the integral of 3x squared plus 4x with respect to x, and you have considering 3 to 1 or 1 to 3. So let's get the integral. Solutions. We're going to have 3x, we add 1 to the power, it's 3. We divide everything by the new power, which is 3 plus 4x. Our power here is 1 plus 1, it's going to be 2. We divide by the new power, which is 2. That's all. Then your limits are 3 and 1. No need for you to include the c. This and this will divide, leaving you with x to the power 3 plus 2 in there, it's 1, 2 in there, it's 2. You're going to have 2x squared, considering 3 and 1 points. So we substitute. First we start with a 3. So you're going to have, you open your brackets, you're going to have 3 to the power 3 plus 2, 3 squared. You substituted 3 throughout your integral first. You close the brackets, you subtract. Now you substitute the 1. You're going to have 1 to the power 3 plus 2, 1 squared. So we simplify this to 3 to the power 3 is 27 plus 3 to the power 2 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18 minus 1 to the power 3 is 1 plus 1 to the power 2 is 1 times 2 is 2. So 27 plus 18 will give us 45 minus 1 plus 2 is 3, and 45 minus 3 is 42. Then we go to the second one. So with this one you'll be done. We get the integral of what we have in the brackets. It's going to give us 3x to the power 3 over 3 minus 2x squared over 2, and our interested limits are 3 and -1. So again, we substitute what we have up there first throughout our integral, but then we can reduce this one to x to the power 3 minus 2 in there is 1, just going to leave us with x squared, it's 3 and -1. So we substitute 3 first of all, we're going to have 3 to the power 3 minus 3 squared, close our brackets, we subtract, then now we substitute with the lower limit, we're going to have -1 to the 3 minus -1 squared, and this will give us 3 to the 3 is 27 minus 3 squared is 9 minus -1 to the 3 is -1 minus 1, and this will give us 18 minus -1, that's -2, so this is 18, negative times negative, that's positive, that's 2, and this is 20. You would have found a definite answer for this integral. So for our final example, what we're going to have is x to the 3 over 3 minus 2x squared over 2 minus 3x. Now limits 1 and 0. So this is the same as you having 1 over 3 x to the 3 minus x squared minus 3x. So we substitute with what we have up there. We're going to have 1 over 3, 1 to the 3 minus 1 squared minus 3 times 1. All of them have x's. If I substitute the lower bound, which is 0, I'm going to have a 0. So it's just as good as having everything here minus 0. So then I'm going to have 1 over 3 minus 1 minus 3. So let me have everything over 1 so that we can have all of them as fractions. We find our common denominator, which is 3. 3 into 3, it's 1 times 1. It's 1 minus 1 into 3 is 3 times 1. 3 minus 1 into 3 is 3 times 3, it's 9. So what we have is 1. We deal with the negatives. Negative 3 minus 9 will give me minus 12 over 3, and this will simplify to minus 11 over 3. As a mixed fraction, it would be minus 3 2 over 3, and you are done. Thank you.